defeated my mind and my body. But there's one thing I say and always keep.
This world shall know pain.
His come and dance with me in hell, won't you?
What is up, peeps? It is time for another episode of Chibi No Podcast. You got me, Dave the Smash Fan.
Mr.
Japarian.
And Shark King.
And we are here live in video. Excited to do this again. We have Shark King here the first time. We didn't have him the first time. He's here the first time in our second episode.
This is true.
Of the year.
Of the year. Yes, of our video podcast. That's what's going on.
Chibi No Podcast.
And Mr. had to step away for a little bit, but that's okay. If this is your first time watching Chibi No Podcast, we're just a bunch of friends talking about nerdy things. Last time we talked about books, which was weird because we found out that
wanted.
No. First of all, we found out that you, for whatever reason, watched the show first and then got the books. You already knew what was going to happen. But again, to your credit, it did change.
Card, and then it did change.
It was, yeah. See,
so,
boo.
No.
It's all good.
I give what people wanted. People wanted to read the book. I read the book.
Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so today what we're going to talk about, we have a few things. We finished Percy Jackson.
Except for Diego, because you told him at the very last minute.
Yeah, Mr. No, we told him, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna." What was he doing? I think he was playing Destiny or something. I'm gonna play Destiny or something.
If I had to bet, it was probably grinding Destiny.
Yeah, and I'm like, whatever. Okay, that's his choice. Whatever. So he didn't watch it. Doesn't matter. We're gonna talk about the state of play.
That probably Diego didn't watch. Or maybe he did.
I watched it with you guys.
You stepped away though.
Yeah, I stepped away for a bit. So I missed a few things. So you're gonna have to catch me up on that. We started our second attempt at Pokemon Emerald.
The one that
the Soul Link. That one. A few things happened this past week. Kind of crazy stuff. And then finally we're gonna talk about mascots or Pokemon. Not Pokemon. Oh my gosh.
Pokemon.
Animal companions in movies that are really annoying. Because there are some that are good, but I don't know if majority. I think I say majority of them are good, but there are some that just suck. And so we want to talk about those that suck. So anyway,
not the good ones.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's start off with Percy Jackson. So I'm gonna have Shark King start with this because he is a huge lover of the books.
This is completely true. Yes, it is.
And so he had a lot of probably the most reservations going into this show, but I think he had a lot of things that he was comforted by because the author was in it. And I guess the author, we talked about last 2 episodes ago, that he actually gives I don't know if editorial notes are the correct thing, but he talks about why he did certain changes, correct?
He does. Every week, I think 24 hours past the after the newest episode would release, he would leave notes. He's like, "Oh, change number 1," and he literally numbers them.
Oh,
so he actually is I think last time, I think he ended change 118. He's like, we had to cut this part out because we ran out of time for the filming for the episode, or we had to change it because of these reasons or for whatever. He actually explains not why and why they had to make the changes.
I see.
Which I do like, and especially it's coming from him. Most
of the time, blessing.
Yeah, I'm it's I can't really argue with the creator of the show. There's a couple things maybe I didn't like as much, but I always understand at least why he did it.
It's kind of cool, but it's kind of sad that he got to a particular point that he has to justify, because if people don't know about it, they can be like, "We really mad."
I mean, we talked about it when it first came out. I think the biggest thing that people were worried was the race swap,
right?
Annabeth, because she was originally supposed to be blonde,
blue-eyed.
California. No, she's supposed to have gray eyes. Actually,
okay, there you go.
She's supposed to have Athena's gray eyes.
That's kind of cool.
She was supposed to be blonde, and there was people who were upset about it because they're like, "Oh, I really liked Annabeth because she's
just like me."
Yeah, well, there's that, just like me. But she breaks the stereotype that blondes are dumb by being the most intelligent demigod, which I kind of fell for. But I'm like, it doesn't matter. And I think I mentioned this the first time we talked about it.
Right.
The actress was super worried about it. She's like, "Oh, I don't look like what the books or the graphic novels portray."
Right.
And then the creator was just and the author's like, "Hey, I picked you. Screw whatever anyone else says." They can't. There's no argument they can have over me, which he's right.
So anyway, going back now. So now the Mr. Come, we're actually going to talk about the ending.
How dare you?
I don't mean to, but it's
okay. It's okay.
No, you meant to because we were having
well.
this
Okay,
meeting on this.
so okay. Well,
He
episode
likes to ask
episode
a lot of
8.
questions for every little fucking minute detail.
I
Like,
know.
why is her pinky like pink?
Pinky.
Like,
I didn't see no pinky
questions you ask.
Well, no,
Anyways,
okay.
Continue on with the ending.
So
I
here's the
don't
thing.
care anymore.
I think I told Shark King this, and this is like this is where spoilers come in. So if you haven't watched all of it, then aside from
Spoiler
Mr.
alert,
Mister,
spoiler
yeah,
alert, spoiler
don't
alert.
watch this part.
Once again, spoiler alert.
But we watched episode 8 together, and up until this point, I've loved every episode, right? And then they ended episode 7 with this confrontation between Ares. That's like how it ended. Or like that's how it was showing. Like there's going to be this confrontation, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be good.
Right.
But I was
'Cause at this point you were like really hyped. You never read the books. You're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm gonna need to catch up really quick. I'm gonna watch like the show as soon as it comes out.
I think you were
Yeah.
even finishing the episodes before I was.
Yeah, like I got to that point, I was
Very
like
impressive.
super invested. The final episode, I am honestly going to commit. It kind of flickered. Like there's so many things I was excited for, like how the prophecy all comes true. The fight with Ares, and I just felt like it fizzled. Like the fight with Ares lasted 5 minutes, maybe,
Yeah.
if that, and it was like, first of all, he's the god of war, right? He's like, he knows how to fight.
He has XP.
Yeah, and he's like, the first one to draw blood, and then you give me the helm, say Hades' helm. Okay, I'm like, what is Percy gonna do, and why is he fighting 1-on-1?
That
Like,
was the first change, by the way.
yeah, I was like, there's no way he can win, and honestly, he gets thrown around, and the way they win is just dumb. He calls upon the sea,
He waterbending.
and he's waterbending, and he hits Ares, and Ares like from the impact is on the ground, and he's like struggling to get to his sword. He grabs it, and Percy like
Goes
comes from
around.
behind, yeah, and then cuts his heel or ankle or something, and he bleeds gold, which I thought was. I remember that I was like, I like how this is the gold, but I'm like, that was it, and I was like, that's it. That's how he wins. I'm like, how is this kid outsmarting this god of war? Like he's had thousands of years of how to fight people. How did he get the upper hand on this? Like I thought that was like a poor choice. I don't know how you guys felt about that fight. I know you're like, oh my gosh, that's so smart. Because that was not me.
Yeah.
All right.
I was gonna say like
We're trying to have a conversation. You're like,
I wish it could be longer though. Like I wish I could actually like spend more time like fighting, like Percy becoming more. I felt like before watching to this episode, I didn't think that he had a lot of battle knowledge or experience.
he doesn't.
Then
He even goes in that back
Well, that's why they do like the flashback to and say, "Hey, look, this is how you fight. This is how you train." Right?
I kind of wish they would have given us just not giving it us in the flashback, just showing it at the beginning.
Exactly.
And one of the things that, I mean, again, they do it in the book. Well, the first change of, like you said, you mentioned, the fight does not go to first blood. That's not what happens in the book. They changed it. I can see why, because they obviously were not going to have that long of a fight scene. So they were just like, let's
Which is
just end
dumb.
it. I'm a little bit bummed by that.
What was the original fight?
The original fight is they actually fight in the first hit. Ares. Well, the thing that's changed in the books is Ares isn't. He is Ares, but he isn't. He's being controlled by Kronos,
Okay.
and Ares is not very smart. They did emphasize that in this one. So he's fighting Percy in the ocean, like on like what the water hitting their feet. So Percy's actually super strong in the water. So he's actually able to hold up swordplay against Ares. And then when it looks like Percy gets hurt, he actually gets a blessing from his father, which is when he's able to control multiple waves to knock out Ares even further out into sea where he's not as powerful.
See, that actually sounds more cooler than
So the fight is cooler, and the fight is a lot cooler. I mean, it'd be harder to CGI. It probably wouldn't look that good if they CGI'd it all
Because
the way.
at this particular point, you
Because
probably want
he's
to have
actually,
Percy like strong.
He's like
still
riding
stronger.
on waves as he's coming towards him. So like he summons a wave and
See,
he's coming. So like,
that would be
wouldn't
so cool.
It would be cool. It's
How
cooler.
is that not like?
But would it look cool CGI'd? Probably not. Like I'd probably look at it and be like, it's a little bit.
I don't know. They've done
depends
stuff
how-
with
it depends
water.
how they do
It
it,
depends
yeah.
on how they do it. Again, I wasn't. This is one of the disappointing parts of the whole series, but I still understand why they did it and why they made like the first change.
Okay, so it actually,
Yeah.
I guess, communicates what's going to happen in the future.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is, so they didn't really do this in the first or the first or second episode or it's the second episode when Percy actually gets to camp. He actually trains with Luke.
Yeah.
for a while, and Luke is, which they didn't mention this either. Luke is the best swordsman in thousands of years. Like he says, out of any Greek hero, Luke is probably the greatest swordsman of all time. And Chiron has trained everybody. He's trained Hercules. He's trained Achilles. He's trained everybody. So it's like any Greek hero, like this is the best
Not
swordsman
Phil?
ever.
See, that could.
Which is an important thing. Again,
All
there's a
right.
lot of little things that they don't have time for that. But it's kind of.
But that's why it's a series. That's the whole thing. I don't understand
it
that.
kind of reminded me of the Harry Potter thing when like Harry finds out that he's a seeker.
Yeah.
He has skills to be a seeker because Percy's going around and when he's still unclaimed, it's like, oh hey, let's go to the Hephaestus cabin. Let's see you try to like forge armor and like they did kind of show
Yeah, they
that
did
where it's
that.
like, but
Briefly.
they didn't show the part where he actually trains in swords. And Luke, who's like the greatest swordsman of all time, he's like, whoa, like you've got skills, like maybe like. Even in the book, I think at the beginning they mentioned it's like you could be like a son of Ares,
Right.
because you're such a gifted swordsman. He's like, you've never picked up a sword before. He's like, no. He's like, why? But one of the things that isn't shown in the show is Luke specifically teaches Percy a move. Or do you have pencils?
I have a pencil.
When they're fighting, Luke shows them like a perfect counterpoint. When you point a sword, like your tip of the blade to the hilt. And then you flip it up and disarm them.
Oh, cool.
And it's like a very challenging thing to do because you have to be precise, but strong and fast all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And Percy also uses this move against Ares.
See,
But
that
again,
makes sense.
Again, there's so much more stuff. Like,
I mean,
I get that it's still limited by time, and like I'm still happy that it's. I've said this is 10 times better easily
than the movie.
than the movie. The movie was terrible. But there's still so many things that get left out. Like even, I mean, we've talked about this even with like Harry Potter. They leave stuff out.
Yeah, they have
that's
tons
what
of
they're
stuff.
getting a TV
But-
show.
They had longer run times, and I still think they did a good job in the Harry Potter movies.
I was gonna say if they can easily say, "Hey, Luke is the best sword fighter," that's about it.
At least that.
Yeah.
And because the flashback just shows that Percy sucks.
Yeah, I'm
Like
giving
he
it-
doesn't, and that's why I'm like, it is impossible. I have no idea why he would confront Ares by himself. He doesn't have any of the battle knowledge because we don't see any of the training they does. We have the little game that they have, but he gets
Game of Thrones.
So the game of Capture the Flag.
yeah, and that's all we
When he
really
gets
get to see. And he kind of gets. I mean, he kind of holds his own, but
you
he
never-
still doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but you never actually. I didn't. If you didn't tell me that he was like a good swordsman, I wouldn't believe it because the story so far, what the show is telling me is like, oh,
Yeah,
Cool.
well,
Right.
based off what the show gives
Right.
you. Yeah, I get you.
So that was like,
I totally understand the complaint. We were actually talking about this with our number one fan last night.
yeah?
oh yeah.
And he was like, I don't like how like Percy just like, he's a nobody. And then all of a sudden he's kicking everybody's
Exact-
butt.
that's-
Like he's like, what happened? They
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
again, in the books, they do cover that a lot more. But in the running of the show, they didn't really get a chance to do that as much.
Since his dad is,
And I mean,
Yeah,
he
really good.
is that much more powerful than other demigods because he is the son of Poseidon, who's one of the
he has P cells.
the
You know, like
children-
Saiyans have S cells, so they can be Super Saiyans. He can naturally control.
You know,
the
you
water
need to
easier.
stop now.
No,
I'm
but-
just trying to relate. I don't understand what's going on.
You're not
so it makes
relating
more
'cause
sense.
they don't have no
That's
P
how
cells.
he's able to fight with the swords.
But I mean, I could put it in Pokemon terms. Basically, the children of like the big three, they're like legendary. They're like super powerful compared to everybody else. Like, there's other people like Luke. He's not
Lucia.
Luke doesn't have.
Not Lucia.
I mean, his father's Hermes, but he's still very powerful.
Yeah.
Okay, and then one other big change. So this was actually pretty. This was. I had this question and I got answered right away because my question to Shark King was, okay, my question is the quest failed. Right? They failed the quest, but it finished with getting because he actually went and got the Thunderbolt and gave it back to Zeus.
All right.
Yeah.
They prevented the war, which I guess also didn't happen in the book.
No, in the book, Percy makes it back in
Within time, yeah.
before the solstice.
Okay,
Makes it back.
but in this one, he doesn't. Zeus is going to start a war. Poseidon comes in and stops him. Like, no.
My question is, what does that do to change the story? Nothing, because the war doesn't happen in general, anyways. Or
Yeah,
is it
I don't understand that
essentially,
change.
There's a
pressure.
disrespect to Zeus, and he's like, you know what?
All it
Backhand.
does really is reiterate how much of a jerk Zeus is. Just because he's so arrogant, he's like, no, we're still gonna have war. He's like, I don't care. You didn't make it back in time. Like, yeah, you gave me back what I got exactly what I wanted. My master bolt. I know it wasn't you who stole it.
He's petty too,
Well, I
because
mean,
he's
yeah,
like,
I
I know you didn't steal it. You wasn't. You didn't steal it in the first place. You brought it back to me. You were the son of my
Besides,
supposed rival at this point. I'm still gonna fight him. Like, why? And even when Percy's like, dude, it was Kronos. Hades saw it was Kronos. Your dad's coming back. Like, it's about to get real. Nah, dude, I'm still gonna find my brother. Like, it's just that's just the way because he doesn't like Zeus doesn't like to be looked weak, so he rarely ever. A lot of the times he just follows through with what he says because he's Zeus.
The funny thing about that too is that Poseidon basically says, "I yield, I lost,"
Yeah,
and he's
"I
like,
give up."
and Zeus smiles like, "We'll counsel with everyone else to let them know
Let
I won,
everyone know about my victory over Poseidon,
and then we'll talk about Kronos." I'm like, what a douche.
yeah. And he really is that douchey at least in.
That's why
the
Kratos
series.
killed his dad.
That's not how it works. It was in Hercules.
That
Yeah, Hercules.
That's very,
That's very yeah.
And Phil is the one that trained Hercules.
Zeus freaking cheats on his wife all the time.
Oh, that's true.
He's a whore.
The other thing that I was gonna point out, though, the thing that kind of felt like anticlimactic is the whole fight with Luke.
Well, that was the thing. Well, that's what I was going to talk about is because in that, my question before even we got to that point was like, now what was the prophecy? Is that supposed to happen all within the quest, or can it happen post quest, or did the book is it in the book? Is it just the quest of the book, like the way it's written? He's like, well, it's kind of like in the book in this one because I was like, because I thought that the betrayal, the stuff that he was going to lose, was all going to happen while on their quest to obtain the Thunderbolt. But then, Ms. Sharkey like, nope, it's just kind of what's going to happen in the show, in the book, and that's when we get the reveal about Luke.
Who's Luke?
He's Hermes' kid,
The one who trained the good swordsman.
the one who gives the shoes to
with the scar.
Oh, the one I thought was the bad guy because he has a scar on his face.
Yeah, like
the one from the anime with the what's it called, Marshall.
Marshall.
So remember our predictions?
Yeah.
The predictions basically came true.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? I know.
Yeah.
Predictable.
So, but this was what was the interesting part is he is a really good friend, or he thinks himself as a good friend to Percy.
He betrayed him.
Yeah, because he was the first one who invites him to get. Like, Luke really does, and that's another thing you miss out in the book. Luke really is like the guy who shows him around. He basically he's the one that explains to him the universe of the demigods. Like, this is the way life is.
Yeah.
And they showed it in the flashback, which kind of felt like they cheated it because they like rush it in right before he actually betrays Percy. So it's like, okay, dead giveaway. Like, we know that's what it is. Like, again, I've already read it, so like I was like, oh, I wasn't surprised that it's Luke.
It was Annabeth. What? That would have been funny.
I think they did a good job of trying to like people who had never like read it to misguide
Trying
them.
to hide a little
Trying
bit.
to hide it a little bit at the beginning. At the end, they basically just kind of gift wrapped it for you and they're like, here, it's Luke.
Maybe that's the reason why they had the flashback.
But again, I wish they would have done
a little bit more
instead of the flashback. Just front load that a little bit more.
more of a friendly. Yeah.
I guess my question was this because he gave Percy the shoes,
Yes.
right? And he gave the shoes to Grover. Now, from what I understand, is Luke's idea was that if Percy's wearing the shoes, it would have flown him to Kronos, given him the Thunderbolt, and that would have started.
And the helm of
And the helm, and that
So
would have started everything.
And basically, at that point, the gods lose.
Yeah.
Because the only one that's at full strength is Poseidon, and Poseidon alone can't take out Kronos. Like, everybody, like, Kronos wins. Essentially. He takes out two guys at the same time who are fighting over each other, and that's how they win. Which,
And
again, they didn't explain that either super well, because that's why the Furies are after Percy in the first episode.
Yeah, I thought it was
First couple episodes.
Hades.
because what?
Hades
Oh,
wants his helm of dark. Hades thinks that Percy has the helm,
right.
so that's why he's being attacked by those monsters. But they don't explain that as well in the show.
Yeah. And here's another big change that Shark King told me is, well, one thing is I think they underplayed how gifted Luke is in combat,
They did.
because there's
just powerful in general.
yeah, because there's a part where he says, stealing the helm and the Thunderbolt is easy. I'm like, how the heck is that easy?
Because he is Luke, the son
Yeah.
of Hermes, who is the god of thieves. So in the book, they explain.
You didn't get that vibe from the
They don't
show.
explain it, but because that's one of the gifts that he has. Is it's very easy for him to steal. And later on, when they give you a couple more flashbacks of Luke talking, like when they're younger, because it's Luke, Thalia,
Annabeth.
Grover, and Annabeth, when they're making their way to camp the first time, Luke keeps them alive by like pickpocketing people and stealing the food that they need. Like, it's one of the gifts that he has.
I'm guessing they're gonna show that in some kind of flashback.
I would imagine that they would. It's going to be pretty important to the story. I'd be surprised if they didn't, but
So
Yeah.
is Luke part of the main story afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
mean, he's
he's the main bad.
he was
I don't know.
yeah,
He's the main guy.
He's the villain for now.
And here's the other thing that again
fight.
they underplayed it, but again the fight with Luke again makes no sense because he should be wiping the floor with Percy, and it doesn't really happen. They kind of fight. Percy gets cut, kind of, and Luke kind of gets cut. Maybe they don't show blood, so I don't really know. But it looks like because they kind of hold themselves like they got cut. But apparently in the book, it's so much more bloody, and Percy is very, very not holding his own.
Yeah.
Why don't they just?
Luke is much better. I mean, at this point, Luke is much better at combat than Percy is, and Percy doesn't really get a chance to fight back because he does. It's very, very different in the books.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
In order, I would, because this is how they did it in some shows too, that they can make it bloody or gory. Was either they make the blood black or they change it to a different color.
Green.
So, like, couldn't they have done the same thing with this? But since they're sons of gods, but like, let's say if
Have a different color of
two
blood?
demigods fight with, let's say, enchanted weapons, they would bleed gold instead of like their normal blood because they're
silver.
they're two halflings. That way, you can see the gore of
They
it.
could do that, but I mean, again,
You're hurting
The lore.
specifying the books, Ichor or the gold blood is only from the gods.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna were to do that. You want to do that on Disney? For
They
the
have
show.
Deadpool and
But-
Logan on
No,
Disney
but this
Plus.
is more for their kids.
This is for the kids.
The teenagers.
But and
Fuck
here's
the
the
kids.
whoa, this is a kid show.
And we're talking grown adults talking about this kid show.
You know what the kids can do? Go to a lake, swim in the deepest parts, and take deep breaths.
Wow. Anyway, it's
The fight.
and the fight was like
Anticlimactic.
very anticlimactic, and I think the
And they
ending.
run away.
Oh my gosh, this guy was probably jogging. Luke was jogging. He cut. So basically, the sword that he has, you find out that it
It's
can
a
first
powerful
hurt. You actually don't find this
they
out.
don't tell you.
They don't tell you this. He told me this. The sword that he has can cut and hurt both humans and gods.
It's not a spoiler for the next season.
No, they'll tell you. They should have told you. In the book, again, they tell you. Luke makes the way that the betrayal happens is Percy runs into Luke sword training, and then they go off together into the woods. But he's like, "Hey, look, I got this new sword that I just made."
What's it called? It was a cool
Weird.
name.
It's called Backbiter
Backbiter.
because it's actually split. I mean, if you have like the blade, it's got like it's fused together. It's half celestial bronze and half steel.
That's kind of cool.
So, Percy's sword can't hurt a human. If Percy were to swing at a human or a mortal, it doesn't do any. It just phases through them. But Backbiter is to kill anything. So it can hurt anyone.
You can open dimensions as well.
Yes.
Is that what? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a cool
It's
sword.
a cool sword. It's a legit.
But you don't get to see that on
Yeah,
the
they
show.
don't- they don't
It's just
show
like, oh, look at my. Like, I didn't even know that was like he's like a new sword. It's just like, oh, a sword that he just
Yeah.
grabbed, and then next thing you know, he's opening portals, and he basically opens a portal and tries to bring Percy to go with him, but then they fight, and then you know what? This is not working. Percy doesn't want to budge, so I'm just gonna peace out and walk away.
He literally jogs
He
to the.
jogs
They
to
could have
the portal.
stopped him. I was like, this is dumb. And he goes to the portal and then
he escapes.
he escapes.
Wow.
And then they added a thing because Annabeth is actually hiding, and then she reveals herself. Like, I was here all along,
But I didn't do nothing.
but I didn't do nothing.
I heard everything you
I
said.
heard yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically how the season ended, I guess. And then,
He gets his mom back.
yeah,
And then dad turns into
That
stone.
turns into stone. Yeah, you
Now-
can see that part.
Now, maybe this is a spoiler. Maybe this is not a spoiler. They send it back.
Step
Is that supposed to have some sort of message with that? B, will Percy use this as a weapon, or those things that you can't answer?
They're both no.
Okay.
He's not Kratos, where he just has the head sitting in his back pocket.
it's just like-
Hey, might be good to have just at
He
any time.
He could.
yeah, but he's not.
Be like,
Kratos.
I have something for you, Hades. Hades.
but yeah.
It would work.
So overall, you were not happy with. Well, you were
Okay, correction. I was not happy with the ending, like the very anticlimactic fights that bring the ending, that final episode down. Overall, I would give it a solid 8. I really liked it.
Okay, cool,
Just that last episode, man.
cool.
That's the only thing. How about you, the Shark King, the Percy Jackson?
That has not seen the ending. You tell us to rate it.
No, I think I'd probably go somewhere between like an 8.5 and a 9. Again, the last episode, that one probably didn't live up to my expectations.
Mm.
I'm still geeking out about the hotel
Casino.
episode.
Oh,
The
yeah,
casino
yeah.
episode. I had actually went back and I found the timestamp. They actually do it multiple times, so there's actually people like keeping track of. They're already like giving away characters that are
That were in there.
Later on.
like stuff for later episodes. And the best part is the directors have confirmed it. They're like, yeah, we put that in there on purpose.
Oh, makes
Like, it's
sense.
not. It was we purposely put that Easter egg on there.
Nah,
It's like,
I
that's
would have
pretty
known.
awesome.
I don't know.
So I'm overall pretty happy with it. We were talking to yesterday, like compared to the movie. I can't think of that many good things from the movie, especially now that I've seen the TV. Like this, just blows it out of the water. That was the only thing. That literally was like.
How about
that
Sean
might be-
Bean?
No, that's
He survives.
no. Pierce Brosnan was probably the only thing. I think he's a much better Chiron than the one we have now.
Yeah, that was weak.
Who's Luke in this?
What do you mean?
In the movie?
Some other guy. He didn't do a bad job, but again, they changed.
He's
it.
a little older.
By the way, the change that they make in the movie, Percy never even fights
Ares?
Ares. He just fights Luke, and he fights Luke in like on the rooftops in New York. So the water bendings that you do, it's like the water towers.
How's the what?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's bad. It's not good. That's why I was like, yeah, this is. I spoiled the movie for you, but it's so you don't watch it.
So does he have? How does he get the helm or the helm and the bolt? Like not even like the helm, not even a thing.
The helm isn't even mentioned in the.
Oh,
movie.
that's lame.
Yeah.
They had to make cuts.
They made horrible
But, yeah,
cuts.
again, I do. Pierce Brosnan was awesome. So you were the one highlight of the movie. So thank you for that. But
Thank you, James Bond.
Thank you, James Bond. But besides that, I think the TV show is much better.
Okay.
They haven't confirmed season 2, which I'm surprised that
But they
haven't
already writing stuff for the.
They're already working on it.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they didn't. The next one is going to be pretty cool because I'm sure they're going to have to. Most of it's going to be filmed outdoors.
Oh, cool.
The next one, the book is called Sea of Monsters, and it takes place in the Bermuda Triangle.
Question
So they're
for
going to
you.
be a lot on boats and on like islands.
And lots of CGI.
Question for you.
Maybe.
In the Percy Jackson books, is it like all contained in like, because how old is he? Like 15, 13 years old?
12.
12. Is it the whole time throughout all the series of the books he's 12 the whole time?
No.
Or
So
he goes through his adolescence?
it goes through the most of his adolescence. So the last book, and it's a span of like, it's 5 books in 4 years.
Okay.
So the main prophecy that the ones that they allude to that the gods are worried about, it has to do with a child of the big 3 turning 16. Will
I wonder
decide
what
the
that'd be.
fates of the gods or not.
So he's
So he could
12,
be the
4 okay.
So that's why he's worried, and that's why they're banned from the big 3 are banned from having children.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like to screw around, so.
What was your score, Japorian?
I was gonna say, I like the show. I'm really glad that I'm able to have the guy who wrote the book as well.
Except
I also agree with you. Like the last part felt a little bit weak to me.
yeah.
And I wish it could have been a little bit better if they added a little more of certain elements that you explained that could easily like help paint a picture.
Don't worry, Rick. I will help you with season 2. I will make sure people can understand season 2.
I will definitely probably give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I really think it's a new franchise for people that haven't read. Like look at Dave, he's like really like nerd out about this.
They just fumbled at the finish line. It's okay.
I'm really looking forward to what they do in the future. And yeah, I just wish they have a little bit more of a flow on there. And then I do tend to worry now that you mentioned that if it's going to be outside, they're going to use a lot of monsters, a lot of CGI. I don't think they're going to use all the CGI money on this. They're probably going to make cuts or make some changes on there just to.
Well, I mean, we have to see it. It's the most streamed show on Disney Plus or Hulu,
which is
ever.
awesome. Which is
which
awesome.
is cool. I'm really happy about it. Like I'd be surprised if they didn't put in a little bit more money into it. But
Yeah, and the CGI that they used so far was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I had no issues with it.
if anything, we were wanting more. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely agree. I did feel like that at the very end, like some of the things were very predictable. Like we were saying something, and it really did happen, and as we were watching,
Yeah, well, like I wondered.
you were pulling
I
out
was
the lines of points. Yeah, it was great.
I was pulling out. I can't remember what I said. I was pulling out everything that they were going to say, and
It
it was-
basically did
Yeah,
happen.
that's happened. It was so funny.
yeah.
Miss
so-
Miss, I know you didn't watch the last episode, but overall, what would you think you'd give the show?
Yeah, probably like an 8.
Okay, there you go. 8. Good job, Percy Jackson. Go watch it, guys. It's pretty good.
And
Again,
the
ending
book, don't
meh.
hype it up. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ending is
Ending meh.
it could be better.
I'll tell you that much, but go watch it. Okay, let's go move on. We want to do a little bit of a recap about our Soul Link. So I say soloing, but the ones that are only really doing it right now in this group is Shark King and myself.
That's me.
Yep. So we the first attempt we lost. We lost so many.
Tell them what you lost to,
Yeah,
David.
Tell them what.
Okay, so first of all,
what was the obstacle you could not surpass?
so first of all, I think we got maybe an hour in, and I started with a Rapidash, which hindsight I should have picked with the other water Pokemon that was on there, maybe Cloyster or someone else. And then we only had one encounter. We should have gone up. We were talking about where should we get our encounters. We had maybe 2 encounters that we could have, 3 encounters. And we're like, nah, let's not go up. We're going to go to the side, to the left, and go to that encounter. We got that one, and I got a, oh my gosh, it was another fire Pokemon.
a Growlithe?
No,
Arcanine.
Fire Pokemon.
It was a fire-
It was another fire Pokemon.
it doesn't matter. It was just a fire Pokemon. It was another fire Pokemon. And he's like, don't fight these trainers. Okay, I won't. There's just one trainer that you can miss. I'm like, okay, now debating on whether I should fight this. And then, because I thought she was just turning, but she actually moves towards me, and that's how it triggers the fight. And they had one Pokemon who was a Sudowoodo. I was so close to killing it. I had it confused. It was it was hitting itself. Ninetales, yeah. It was hurting itself. It was down to red. And then the freaking trainer uses a full restore or super potion, whatever. It snaps out of the confusion and it just rock throws me and kills me. So bad. I was so angry.
Lost to a Sudowoodo.
So we didn't start till next week. This past week, and
How's it going so far?
it's been going pretty well. We
rough.
actually, it's
was
still been
rough.
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 It was rough for a time there.
Host got rocked.
Boriko Senpai, who is not here with us today for the recording, he lost 3 Pokemon, so he lost like half our team.
I think I was in the first gym too. Like
Yeah,
we
before the first gym, and then the first gym we went in with only 2 Pokemon.
no. I think we went in with.
We went in with 2 before, because after we got all the encounters,
I thought we went in with 3.
You lost one.
No, I thought we went in with 3. No,
we went in with 3 and we lose one.
we
in the
lose
battle?
2. I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, because you
That
guys
means
had one left.
Yeah, we had one.
Because you sacked your starter and you sacked.
My good pair. I lost my Venus.
Yeah.
Yes. Was it his Charmander or was it his?
It was his Charmander because that was his starter.
Who was the one that finished it off for him?
I don't remember.
It was fudge.
And he only
It
won.
was the one that was against. It was.
and
it
it
was
was
strong against.
And he was but he won barely because he was always going to lose.
We thought we were gonna lose
Because what was his fight? And what was the Pokemon?
I don't even remember.
we barely made it out.
The point is, we made up with one Pokemon. We had to restart our whole team, and
But you guys still in the game though.
Thankfully, we're still in the game.
Yeah.
Thankfully, right after the first gym, we had like 6 encounters. So now we actually have 7 Pokemon. We have a full team of 6, and then
Oh,
we have
cool.
one in the box. But it was pretty rough there for a while.
and then we go to like one of the caves, and I run into a Celebi. Holy cow! This thing took like 20 minutes of me trying to capture it. It got to the point where he used all of his PP that the Celebi had, and it was struggling. And I was like, I'm gonna try and put it to sleep with my I forget the name of the Pokemon. I say MacGyver, but that's not the right word. The snail.
MacGyver?
I don't know why.
Oh, Macargo.
Macargo. I don't know why I say MacGyver. Macargo, but it burned it. And I'm like, crap. And it struggled. It hurt itself. And then it got burned and it died. And I was like,
Man,
after
that was
20
like
minutes,
way
it's
too 10
nothing.
minutes.
Yeah, nothing.
It was quite a long time. I was sad, but I wasn't too mad about it because it would have been linked with my Caterpie, and I was like, I'm like,
I think
don't really want-
everybody except for him had a. Yeah, everybody had a bad pair, and then he had the Celebi.
Yeah.
I would have
I
had,
would
but
just not be using the Butterfree. I wouldn't lie to you. Just
Yeah,
be on my team, so you could use Celebi, but I wouldn't use it. It just dies.
that's okay. I'm trying to capture a shiny, but
A shiny Celebi.
a shiny anything. It's not working. I know, like, I think, Miss Mercy, you spent like
You're
Ow,
getting the
like,
Mr.
game-wise.
Course?
Yeah,
game
but I
wise, you
think
spent
if
like
we played
8 hours.
It was what version were we playing?
Fire Red.
No,
Heart Gold.
Soul
Argo
Silver.
Soul Silver.
I think I had like 30 more hours than you guys because I was like searching, and that's how I got my shiny.
And
Adios.
and Boricua Senpai found a shiny, and then his game crashed or something, and he couldn't save it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Rest in peace, shiny Wingull.
Yeah, shiny Wingull.
Oh,
Could
Wingull.
replace his other Ringle, and he would have been safe.
But
So overall, you guys are surviving. You have a couple of Pokemons. You guys are ready for the next
This
battle.
was probably we're talking about, this is probably the hardest one we've had so far. But
Yeah.
it's Emerald is really hard to start off. Like,
Yeah.
it's a rough start. You really can't afford to lose too much in the.
Are you guys doing the battle tower as well?
No, we're not doing the battle tower.
Hmm.
That's post game.
yeah, so currently right now what we're doing is we're gonna face our second gym, I have all my Pokemon, and I double checked with Sparky. It's 19, right? Okay,
19.
all my Pokemon are 19. I fought all the
it
trainers.
Would be 17, but that's Ruby and Sapphire. Emerald, they went back, they amped it up, and they made it harder on purpose.
Okay. So now all my Pokemon are 19. I fought all the trainers beforehand. So now I'm ready for
And
Tuesday.
You have money.
I have money.
You have potions.
I need to buy potions. Because
That was the other thing that keeps coming. I already used all my potions.
So look out for Tuesday. We'll be on Twitch around
Tuesday,
8.
Thursday?
Tuesday, Thursday this week. Yep.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
watch out for that. It's going to be fun. Okay. Small little recap. Okay, now we're going to talk about the state of play. It's mostly, obviously, it's PlayStation. I didn't have two.
What?
I know, right?
You
Yeah,
know that?
crazy. I was
Wild.
expecting Steam or something.
I did not see any Pokemon or Halo. I was disappointed.
Super disappointed. There were a few things that were shown there. Some that I didn't really care for. I was like, I don't know what this is, but I know Japan was like, oh, this is so cool, but then I had to step away, so I didn't see the rest of it until they talked about Death Stranding 2.
Just
You came at the wrong time, my
Boring.
man. That was really.
that was boring.
That was crazy.
People
But I
who
see
like
tons
Death
of-
Stranding, cool for them, but that was boring as shit.
Yeah, I know you guys were talking in the chat like, what the heck is this?
It was trash.
So nothing good from State of Play.
No, there was good
actually,
stuff.
I
There
have
was
some
lots
good stuff.
So Paul's big booty Korean chick and anime.
Just watch it. It's gonna be a great game.
Just watch it. That is what Japan's gonna do, is
Have you ever
watching
seen
it.
the Nier Automata games?
No, let me just say, when you were saying that, I almost thought you were talking about his wife, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe
He's not
you-
Korean.
I was
she's
like,
not Korean.
how could you?
No, but
I was about to be
So
like,
if you-
Paul, you're not gonna punch him. I will punch him for you.
Nier Automata, like that game franchise,
No,
it
so it's
kind
like-
of reminds
it's like
me of it.
Nier,
but the girl,
Bayonetta, and some other game.
yeah,
Devil May
but the
Cry.
girl like has a fat ass and she's Korean.
No,
So I always make fun of him because he's like, yeah, I like this game because I was like, oh, I wonder why. Because like it's showing third person, it's kind of angled down, so you're just seeing cheeks.
That's all that. It's basically because it has like all those particular games. I have never played Nier.
They gave her a skirt.
I like Bayonetta.
They
I
gave
like
her a
Devil May
schoolgirl
Cry.
outfit.
I was watching.
Easier
it wasn't a
to
school
move
outfit.
around.
No. He's like exaggerating.
They're probably gonna add that though.
I was
They
gonna
do
say
that. They're
first of all,
perverts.
I've
It
been
looks
waiting
good,
for this
though.
game quite a lot.
Looks good.
I was watching this with
Very pretty game.
Buriko
Senpai.
Senpai. Yeah.
He really liked it. Like he has never heard about
It
this
looked
game.
cool.
It looked
Yeah,
really
like I
cool.
say, it's a pretty game. I'm just.
They have the
telling
dubs are
truth.
pretty.
I'm telling you the truth. There's
Sure
a
do.
difference. It could be still be a pretty game. but it's just,
finish my comment.
I'm just saying, it could be a pretty game. Just
I was gonna say
We know why Diego's gonna play this game.
I don't
Yeah.
have a PlayStation, so I wouldn't get it.
No, but the hype is real though. Like even though like now like on Twitter and other like
the
social
hype.
medias, even though like Diego makes fun of this, people are really
It
interested.
looks
to play the
like I
game
said.
with this guy.
I'm joking about it, but it looks really good.
Yeah,
it looks cool.
so it's definitely gonna be like I'm
It's a AAA game
gonna
for
be
sure.
surprised if it's definitely a AAA game. It's coming out in March, so it's
Oh,
gonna be,
that quick?
Yeah, it's
Damn.
coming March or April, somewhere in there.
Hopefully, it's not super early March because the end of February, Final Fantasy comes out, and that week.
I know. I need to. Figure
Oh,
out.
upcoming weeks
yeah.
would not be good sales. For
I gotta
that
get
game.
that
It needs
on.
to be
Steam.
mid-
I gotta get that on PC. I gotta play the
That's not
first.
till
Final
next
Fantasy?
year. Oh
No, the first part.
yeah.
Yeah. So.
So
No, but I
what's
gotta
that
say-
game called again?
Final Fantasy. No, we're talking
The
about.
Korean big booty game.
Is that what you call it?
That's the Korean big booty
It's
game.
called Stellar Blade.
Stellar
so
Blade.
it's coming out soon, and they have
It's
the
Stellar something.
pre-orders are coming up next week. So that's a game now. Like,
Japan right there. Hmm.
I'm gonna buy the game.
He's gonna be. He's gonna tell his wife. He guys like, hey, I have an expense, business expense. Can I pay
Business expense.
$60-$70 for it? She's like, okay. And then when she's like, when'd you get this game? Like, oh, remember I told you.
You know what's
I
gonna
bought
be
it.
funny
70
is
Nah,
if
nah,
they at like the start of the game, like she's waking up from cryo sleep and she's like half naked, and then she's like, "What is this game?"
Hey,
They can do it.
his wife has caught him in worse situations
That's what
playing
I'm saying.
Cyberpunk.
If she sees him, if they decide to do something like that, he's not going to play the game.
It'd be funny if
Nah, the
it'd be
game's
funny
happening.
if,
That's
if
not me. That's them. If they do it, then it's not my fault.
it would be funny if Japan ever started playing Grand Theft Auto and his wife walks in as he's doing a prostitute and killing her. He's like, "What are you doing?" And Japan's like, "It's part of the game. Part of the game, honey. Okay,
I'm playing it for the story.
For the experience.
it's part of the experience." So have you ever wondered what would it be like to be with a prostitute and kill her? Well, I get the chance
That's
now.
very dark.
Weird.
That's what people do. And
I'm never playing any Grand Theft Auto games.
Neither have I.
neither have I.
I'm really.
None of
I'm
us are
surprised that none of you guys have
It's
actually.
just not my thing.
I just know what you
I get
can
people
do.
Like it. I get what people like, but it's not my thing.
Yeah, because I remember when that game came out, everybody was playing about like this game quite
All
a
of
lot,
them.
and there was a lot of controversy because it's so violent. There's a lot.
Well,
of
one thing I remember was in
But it's a
Vice
good
City.
game.
you could like get like a rocket launcher and shoot, and like you could pop people's heads off with the rocket. Like it would hit because it goes so fast, and you see someone's head just pop off.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so back to State of Play. They announced that. They announced that Stranding. They announced a Sonic game, which I
Oh, Sonic and Shadow.
Generations X Shadow. So
Yeah.
it's gonna have. So it's a remake of the original Sonic Generations. They're gonna add in the Shadow
Game?
Shadow
Shadow the
levels.
Hedgehog game, yeah,
Shadow
levels.
levels from either his main game or the Adventure Series 2. I'm assuming.
They announced like a fishing game that I guess it's
Oh,
kind
it's
of
like
good, and they did collaboration
Diving
with
Dan, or
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Diving Dan
And
with
Godzilla in
Godzilla.
there.
Yeah, that Godzilla.
I was like, okay.
That was so funny. I was
Like,
like,
okay.
I wonder what my brother's thinking right now.
I was like, when I heard that note, I was like, why is Godzilla on this?
Apart from that Stranding, Hideo Kojima also announced that he's working on a spy game as well. Something.
Oh yeah,
They also had that Koei Tecmo game that looks, in my opinion, terrible.
Which one? Which one?
The Ronin, whatever it's called.
Oh, Rise of the Ronin.
That looks.
Yeah, I saw that. And
Looks
I'm
bad.
like, nah.
I said this is how I said it. It looks like a PS3 game that got remastered for PS5. That's at 60 FPS.
See, it was
like that's
that-
how bad it looks. But
it
people
was-
are excited. I didn't know people were excited. I was
I'm
seeing
not.
Twitter. People were like, "Yo, this game looks sick," and blah blah. blah. I was like, "We saw two very different games. Like this looks like ass."
See, that's why I say like,
and not Korean.
even though
Not Korean ass.
even though this was it looked like a very similar game. It didn't appeal to me because I have Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is like by far a good game.
Better Ronin one.
Right. This, I think it's
just-
a remake from an old game too, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
If it is, and then I was right. They had the what was it? The Splatoon knockoff, but that actually looks good. That Splatoon knockoff doesn't look half bad.
Yeah, but
Doesn't look half bad.
we'll see how that goes.
The Silent Hill free demo for that one.
It's already out now.
Yeah, it came
yeah,
out.
it came out. Yeah,
And then Silent Hill 2, which looked really bad. I think it was just something that they told Capcom, like, you got to release a trailer for this game now. And they're like,
it's in its alpha. It's in its
not
alpha.
ready.
No,
It's not ready. It's like, well, you got like 5 hours. Okay, just made.
But my lord, it's not ready.
That's just. I mean, it looked really bad. I'll say that.
do it for me.
No, like I think the only highlight for me was just the Stellar Blade, and that was at the very beginning. Everything else is like, it's okay.
So it's kind of a meh presentation. It wasn't anything.
But
huge,
For us,
they did-
because a lot of people really thought
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a good presentation.
I
Yeah, 'cause
guess.
there are people that really like those kind of games.
Yeah,
So good
They
on
also
them,
did
but-
announce they're going to have a State of Play for Final Fantasy. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
because
next week.
that's gonna be cool.
Because my buddy Irvine, he's a big Final Fantasy 7 guy. He was like, "There's no Final Fantasy." I was like, "Dude, it's a 40-minute state of play, and we're at like 35 minutes. And they're doing Death Stranding, like we're not getting it."
They're gonna have
He
their
was
own
pissed,
special.
and then they're like, "By the way, like we're
And
gonna do
one
Final
more
Fan-
thing.
on February 6th, we're going to do a Final Fantasy 7 state of play." He's like, "There we go.
There,
that's all I
that's-
wanted." I was like, "Good job."
Game of the year.
Is there going to be a completely other different one, or is it just specifically to Final
It
Fantasy?
would just be specific to Final Fantasy.
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's
sure.
specifically.
Okay.
They don't do
Something like
specific
that.
ones.
The thing that bothered me, okay, I'm just going to bring this up. That particular morning, I look at Twitter and I see like a little bit of a teaser of a Spider-Man, like some kind of something happening. I'm like, okay, they're gonna do some Spider-Man, like new
That's
game
what I
plus.
was hoping.
but I was like, that's another reason why I also wanted to watch. Stay
That
Up
was
Late.
the only reason I watched it.
And
Nothing.
give me nothing.
Yeah, because I know that either people wanted a new game plus, or
They
I know
have a game
that
plus. They just need to announce it.
they were like
have a
announced it,
bunch of-
or that because I think it was a Venom DLC was leaked, or that was talks. I can't remember what.
No,
the
see,
was.
when they did the interview, they interviewed the guy who did Venom, and he actually said like they only use like maybe like 10% of my recordings. So there's
But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a DLC. It just means they might be just cut out from the story.
Okay, but I
no,
swear
but
I
I
heard
think
that
there's
it
a
was
lot of
in the
material,
leaks.
especially
that they had
Yeah,
a
yeah,
DLC
yeah, yeah.
for-
without
or they're
giving some
working on
things
one.
away. There's a lot of things that continue.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil
I'm
it.
not gonna say anything. Okay,
Don't spoil it.
but
Don't spoil it.
they should have more stuff.
Yeah,
And that's the point I'm trying to make. I would like to see some of this, the more stuff in there.
More Spider-Man.
That's right.
dude, I have a friend. He hated
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man 2. He didn't like it.
It's okay. Not
F
everyone
that
has
guy.
good taste.
I
man.
just thought it was weird because he was excited for it.
Not everyone has good taste, Diego.
Yeah, true.
Oh man.
I mean, I guess it could. I don't know. I only know some stuff about it. I don't know the
you have to
exact
play the
details.
game. Play the game. Enjoy the game.
Give me a PlayStation. Let me
you
borrow
can
yours.
buy it-
But
buy
you
it on
can't.
Steam.
Hey, you have a PlayStation. Yeah, you have Steam. Play
Not the second one.
Play
The
the first
first
one.
and Miles Morales is on Steam. You can
Steam?
buy both of those.
Buy it.
I need the second one.
No,
first.
Yeah,
They-
buy
Okay,
they
it.
fine.
come out like what, like 5 more months?
I'm gonna
6 more
play the
months?
PlayStation game with my Xbox controller with the
Okay, do it.
superior,
That's what I played. God
Xbox
of War
Just
on.
controller.
do it. Then let me know how it goes. It's a good game. It's a good game.
and then let me borrow your PlayStation. I'll beat it in one night. I'll
In
do
one
a
night?
Shark
Do it.
King. I'll do a Shark King
one night. I will let you borrow my PlayStation.
Okay, I'll do the Shark King.
He's
I'll
not
give
gonna
you
do it.
24 hours.
He's not gonna do it because he's gonna be like play like 20 minutes and he's gonna go on Overwatch.
Yeah, he's
No,
gonna.
okay. We'll make a bet.
Manga.
No, it is video. We have video proof. I will do it. 24
live
hours.
stream, Chibi
Live
No
stream.
Podcast.
There we go.
100%.
No.
I can't 100% that. No.
If they do
Javi
it
did
again,
it.
I'll do it.
Javi did it.
Yeah,
If
but
you can
Javi
set up the
did it.
stuff for me, I'll do it next time.
ugh,
For Spider-Man 3, I will. I'll live stream the
you'll
whole thing
have
once
to
a
help
month.
me then because I don't know where.
No, you have to do it by
You can do
yourself.
it. You can do it.
100% in 24 hours.
yourself.
Shiz.
I'll help you.
See?
Okay, see, I'm gonna get help. You don't have to stay there the entire time. Just after I'm done with the game. Okay, what do I have to do?
100%.
I got you.
Stream it. Stream event.
I'm gonna have to find a way to rig it because I'm gonna have your PlayStation there. I guess I can put it in my room
You have a
and
video
somehow.
card.
No, but do your PlayStation 1 for, like you said, if you finish.
I'll play one in Miles Morales.
If
Okay.
you're finishing one day, I can borrow my PS5.
No. We said PlayStation. We said Spider-Man 2. I said I will beat that in one day.
No, I'm talking about one. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
play
why
number
he'll
one.
play number 1 first, and then
And
he'll
Miles
play
Morales,
and then he'll do the 24
hour
hours
for
to do number
PlayStation 2.
2.
That because I
Spider-Man
know
2.
you have your games.
For
I know your
Spider-Man
wife
2,
plays
not
Fortnite
PlayStation
on
2.
there. I want to respect that.
Oh, how generous of you.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Hey,
Somebody hogs
this sounds
the-
familiar.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, shut up. You don't like when it's done on you, but when you do it, oh, it's okay. This is me. I'm Jay Porio.
So, yes, it's because it's me.
Shut up. Get out of here. Anyway, okay.
All right, so
24
still play.
hours.
We just finished that.
24 hour stream.
Stream.
That's
Charge
going to be
stream.
hard.
All the money will go to my pocket.
Fudge you. Okay, you know what? We're done with this. We're not going to talk about Spider-Man anymore. We'll make adjustments. I don't know.
There was nothing for Spider-Man though. So
Oh, actually, one small thing about Spider-Man, though. Well, I guess
Small thing.
adjacent.
Oh.
No, adjacent thing is I found out that. Well, first of all, two things. Madam Web.
Nobody cares.
It's projected to be the lowest Spider-Man's lowest anything.
I'm not sure.
Even less than Morbius.
Marvel.
Yeah, even less than
I'm not
Morbius.
surprised.
It's no Morphin time.
They have no Morbin time.
No way. That's crazy.
Was not looking forward to this movie at all. Anyway,
No.
but
But even worse now is the second thing was originally Sony had the idea that they were going to give hints and clues that this was Andrew Garfield's universe, that Andrew Garfield's going to be the
don't
Spider-Man.
play with my emotions. David.
This was originally their idea, and then Sony was like, well, the current hotness right now, or the current Spider-Man is Tom Holland. And you know how they said that they were going to use Tom Holland?
That's
This is
a
years
lie.
ago. This was years ago. That Tom Holland, they were going to use him in their own Sony Spider-Man universe in some way. We don't know how. We never, no other deals ever
Nothing
been
was
said.
confirmed.
None was confirmed. Then, according to the leaks, that they were going to then have Tom Holland be the Spider-Man in that universe. They even had certain things. I'm gonna say recorded, but they filmed, and then
It is
no, Shark, what'd you do? Your video?
me.
No,
I disappeared.
Vaporeon?
Japorion.
It's okay.
No,
Continue.
I'm gonna. I have to fix
Continue
this
on.
really quickly.
Hold on, I'm gonna restart it. There you go.
I need to just a second.
Do that. No.
Nope, I need to start it again. Just a second. We lost you.
I'm hearing spirit. You guys can hear me.
Okay, I'm starting it now.
All right. Hey.
There we go. You're back. Okay.
Look how frozen.
Oh, it got frozen.
Yeah. Well, my camera. This is look.
No, you're good.
Yours fine. Yours fine.
Okay, whatever.
You're good.
Okay,
Let's go
so
back.
anyway, they had filmed stuff to reference the Spider-Man, and then they just scrapped it. any talk or reference to Spider-Man is not in this movie.
See, when it comes to Sony, I take it with a grain of salt. They make great stuff, don't get me wrong, like Into the Spider-Verse series and all that. But then all their ideas that they had in the past with the Sony leak, oh, we're going to have an on May spy movie. We're going to do a movie about some random character. We're going to do this and do that. And
It just looks bad, and I just hope they cancel making the other films because it's just not
well,
smart.
and I'm glad that they're not actually, if they're not claiming to be in any universe, because this is just could be
Yeah, but this doesn't make any
away
money.
movie.
It's not going to make any movie though, any money. Like
Get that-
Kraven,
We still have Kraven to
I
look
think
forward
Kraven
to.
is going to be the only one I think will probably make money, but not even like. But what I mean, by
People
make
were
money,
sold when he bit the nose off.
No.
I was like, I'm sold. I can't wait to
And
see
that's when
this.
I was, and I had the complete opposite effect on me.
See, I'm even losing my voice.
He's so
I was
mad.
like, no.
Choking on my rage here.
After PlayStation 2 or PlayStation
Oh.
5 Spider or Craven,
That Craven. Nobody can top that.
no, you cannot
That's
top that
true.
Craven.
That is true. No, seriously, that oh man.
That's the best Craven.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I
Anyway,
just think they should stop making any of that stuff. And
They
then
should just
sell
stop
their
making bad
rights.
movies.
Just sell the rights back to Disney.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
Or
anyway,
just make Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 4. That's it.
Finally.
That would just literally make a money. But yet they're
You're
like,
making too
let's
much
make our
sense.
Creative IPs.
Stop making sense.
Stupid asses, dumbass Sony bitches.
so anyway, we're
Stick
gonna
to
move on.
PlayStation and TVs.
We're moving on to something different.
Dumbasses.
For our final topic for today, and it was funny because I was watching a Disney movie and this thought came to me like, you know what, Disney,
movie?
this other movie, huh?
Bum
I actually was watching a pirated version of Wish. I think it's on Disney Plus now, but I was watching a pirated version of Wish.
How dare he?
Yeah,
I don't
fuck Disney.
I don't condone this.
bitches.
What
Fuck
were you
Disney.
watching that movie pirated? Like the movie's bad as it is. What do you?
I wanted to see why it was bad. It is horrible.
You can't just wait until you get to Disney. Like, no, I need to rush
man.
my way to watch the pirated version.
I was thinking, what
first.
could I watch that I can put in the background as well that's new? I was like, okay, Wish, and I found someone who had it up, and I watched it. Okay, not
You
proud.
watched a totally legal way of watching Wish without having to do anything illegal. So yeah, that's what
But
you wanna say
anyway.
correctly. Because if Disney finds this out, they'll probably put all the lawyers against you. And you know what? Fuck you, Disney, little cunt. There
But
you go.
anyway, so
Yes, this will make sure that they don't sue.
yeah.
Hey,
So anyway,
I can make fun of them.
it made me think of like
Until you get, like, a-
Wish was like the celebration and the start of tons of stuff. It's weird the way that they
bad.
did it. Yeah, it was.
it's bad.
But anyway,
Anyways,
but I
you're
kept
watching
thinking
the
of the
movie.
goat, and my niece loves that goat. But gosh, that goat, I hate that goat.
I like the goat.
James Brown?
I don't
You
like
wanna
him.
say Odo. I was like, yeah, he's a goat.
I like the goat.
Nah, I didn't like him. But
So you stop that.
that made me think of
Yeah, Odo is the
Disney and other people have, and other movies have animal companions.
Okay.
Some are good, some are really bad. So I want to talk about the bad ones. Ones that you thought this animal companion is horrible. And again, it doesn't have to be just for Disney. It could be for any movie that has a companion, whether they talk or not, or magical or not, doesn't matter. The funny thing about it, I think it was you, Shark King, or not
I like how you pointed at me.
Shark King. I think it was Yuji Porion, or maybe it was Boricua Senpai, but someone typed in, I think it was Boricua Senpai. He typed in
Most likely.
animal mascots
Mhm.
in Google, and it labeled Shifu. Is it Shifu from Mulan? I forget his name.
Oh, the dragon.
Yeah,
Oh, Mushu.
Mushu.
Yeah.
It said Mushu from Mulan, but it showed the lobster from the Little Mermaid. I was like, what the heck is going on with Google? Oh yeah, the crab.
Come on, man.
Come
You don't know-
on.
You don't know your name.
I haven't even watched. I haven't
You
watched
don't know your
these.
Disney lore. Come on.
No, I don't.
Even I do that.
But anyway, what are some that you have in your mind that you like? I hate this.
Iago from Aladdin.
You know, like Iago. Why
I
not?
don't like
He
it.
dances. He's voiced by that annoying dude.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
like his
yeah,
voice.
he's
He did
I
a
don't
One
like
Piece
him.
rap.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I respect the actor when he does his stand-up comic, but
See, for me, it's the opposite.
I don't-
I like the voice of the mascot, but I don't like him as the actor itself. Because I think as the actor, as the character itself, it looked very comedic. Everything else is like,
I don't like Iago.
Okay. Iago. Okay. What about you, Japarian?
come back to me because I can't think of anything at the moment. I like all my mascots so far.
Shark King.
Yeah, most of them are good, man. Why you gotta be
Yeah.
one of these animals?
This is what happens when you watch Wish.
I actually liked Wish. I don't think it was like the greatest Disney movie.
I think it was the.
Comparison?
It wasn't great at all.
I think it was the
I
worst.
think it was good.
I think it was the worst.
Proper.
It was the worst movie in the terms of this was supposed to be a celebration of 100 years. I think they made a lot of choices. They had a cool like concept,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna
the
say,
choices
concept
that
was
they
really,
made
really cool.
was
The Wish
horrible.
really cool.
Yeah. So, I hate that stupid. I think it's a rooster. Stupid rooster in
Oh, Moana.
Moana.
What's his face? Hey.
Yeah, that thing is useless.
Hey, that's a
How
funny
it survived. I
comedic
have
timing.
no idea. But I hated that freaking rooster.
Oh, I didn't like
Does
the
nothing.
snowman in Frozen.
You don't like Olaf?
Not really.
Why not?
Okay,
Is it because he sings?
I agree.
I
with
need-
I agree with you.
I guess.
I guess I'll say this. I don't hate him, but I don't like him. Like
He's not
just there.
technically a. I guess
He's a mascot.
He's not technically an animal. I'll go with mascot. Fine. Go with
I
mascot.
don't hate him. I just
Olaf
don't
is
like
great.
him. I don't like him.
Olaf is great.
He's just up there. He's a thing there.
He has like some of the best lines in those movies.
I don't like the actor. That's why.
Josh Gad.
But you're
Yeah, I
bringing
don't
the
like
actor
Josh
in here.
Gad.
Just talk about the mascot itself.
Yeah, but I can't. Whenever I hear his voice, I want to punch him.
I can't remember.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Probably.
What was that?
Just watching Spanish.
What was that? In Frozen 2, what was the name that he says when he's like hearing noises?
Follow?
No, he says a name like
That's Olaf in Spanish.
it's like Stephanie or something. Like he's like Stephanie or something like, and he laughs and he's like, why'd I ask for Stephanie? I don't even know Stephanie. Then he hears another sound, And he looks in the grass like, Stephanie? It's so funny. How can you not like Olaf?
I haven't technically I haven't watched Frozen 1 or 2.
What do you mean technically?
I don't like Olaf. I've never seen his movies.
I saw like the first 30 minutes of Frozen 1 and then that was it.
Okay, you need to watch it.
Even in the first 30 minutes of.
I think you get to see him like right.
No.
at the
Yeah,
end.
because
That's how
Elsa
much
makes him.
You-
At,
no,
the very beginning.
Yeah, but he
Yeah, but
doesn't.
he
You
doesn't-
actually
he
talk to him
doesn't
like
do
maybe
anything. He's not-
30
literally
minutes
makes it,
in.
man.
Maybe
That's
30
probably why he
minutes
doesn't
in.
like him. He's just a snow.
Inanimate object
It's okay.
Some people are worth melting over. Diego?
like Olaf.
Yeah.
No.
Sharky, you don't have anyone.
I don't think there's a. I'm trying to think of a battle. I mean, hey, I got you. Hey, is kind of. Eh.
I don't mind it. I think Olaf for me. I can't think of anybody else.
These guys are disrespectful.
What about non-Disney?
I did watch
Non-Disney.
Yeah, I didn't say just specifically Disney, but non-Disney.
Pikachu's Love.
That's not a movie.
Talking about non-Disney, right?
Mascots. You said not
Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Pokemon the
Companion.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's a
not
companion.
bad.
Pikachu's a bad companion?
No. I'm not.
Pikachu's
saying that.
that's what I heard.
No, I'm just saying like I'm not. I say no Pikachu.
Wobbuffet was a bad companion. He was annoying.
No, he
The
can do
Team
counter.
Rocket.
How did he help?
Annoying.
Wobbuffet didn't do anything.
I think in the movies he did something where like they were gonna get hit and he counters it really cool, but that's about it. Other than that, Wobbuffet's trash.
Donkey
He
from Shrek.
killed me.
No,
Okay, okay. I go according to Shrek. Yes, Donkey's horrible.
but yeah, Donkey's great.
Duck is great.
I didn't say he was. According to Shrek in the movie, Shrek didn't
Okay,
like Donkey.
I actually, it kind of bothers me, and I don't know why. But I actually really love the movie Megamind. I don't like Minion.
I never.
Oh, you don't like? Why not?
It's just weird.
Mega Man, or are you talking about
No, Megamind. He has a minion.
Oh,
named
okay. I
Minion.
thought you were talking
It's not the
the
yellow,
minions.
not the
Minions.
yellow minions.
No, he's a fish.
He's a fish.
Oh, I never
And
seen.
he has a robot body. You've never seen Megamind?
He has
He's
a
got
ape
he's a
body.
gorilla robot body.
Megamind is so funny.
It's a
That's
good
a great.
movie.
You're not
That's-
making another one, right?
Yeah, it's not Will Ferrell's on
Will
it
Ferrell
though.
anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it now.
Probably I didn't watch
I'm
it
bummed.
because Will Ferrell though.
You gotta watch. Megamind's
Oh,
actually
dude,
really good.
Megamind's really good.
Okay.
Megamind's
Well,
one
watch
of
it.
my favorite animated movies. It's a really
It's
good
really
movie.
good.
Favorite? Wow, that's a big.
It's one of my favorite animated
Brad
movies.
Pitt.
It's really
Is it
good.
Brad Pitt?
Brad
Who's
Pitt
it?
plays
Brad Pitt?
Metro Man.
Yeah.
I quote that movie all the time.
Oh, speaking of minions, it took me a while to actually like the Minions, and I'm still not a big fan of the Minions from the Despicable Me series. I know they're not technically an animal. They're
They're a creature.
a creature,
creatures.
but they're
They're a mascot.
I like them in like the actual Despicable Me movies, but when they made like
Minions.
They're on-
The Minions?
movie, that
Yeah.
was too much Minions. That was too
Yeah.
much like blah, 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 like that was too much for me.
Kevin.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, the other that stupid rooster that's in Despicable Me 2. I also hate that thing. The one that the wrestler has,
Oh yeah, the chicken. It's a chicken.
chicken whatever. I hated
Oh,
that.
there's a
Just don't like
rooster.
chicken.
What name Pio? What was his name?
Why don't you like chickens? What's this?
I
about
like
eating
chickens.
got
Just
traumatized.
I like eating chickens, but I don't like that
Chicken
one.
companions.
I don't
What was
know
the name,
his
Pio?
issue was. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Who
That.
cares?
Gallita?
You don't
I don't
like
know.
chicken.
Usually a companion mascot, whatever you may call it, they're here to provide like enjoyment, laughter, and all of that. I don't
Yeah,
find it
sometimes they
very
can be
annoying.
annoying.
Sid the Sloth.
Say the sloth.
I can't think of anything. I
The
mean,
baby.
The closest thing I can think of course, yeah, it's Olaf, but I don't like Frozen in general. So
Was
Oh,
there a
that stupid
companion-
seagull in The Little Mermaid.
Was there a companion in Cars or just Cars the whole in general?
They're cars. They're just cars.
They could have had like a mini.
I guess in a way you can say Matir is the companion, but that's about it.
Oh, Mater.
Oh, whatever.
Matir?
What the fuck did you watch, man?
You've watched that movie so many times from your kid, and you
how
said
much I pay-
Matir.
You can tell how much I pay attention to that movie, right?
No, you would know.
Mater. Oh
would
my
know.
God.
You would know what you hate because you know that you want to avoid it.
No,
in
no,
all
I didn't say
Cars.
that. Hey, I'm just telling you that's the equivalent to
Don't
mascot.
like Cars.
No,
You
stop
hate
it.
Cars.
Stop
you told
it.
us
you
Stop
hate
it.
Cars.
He's telling you what the
I
equivalent
get
of
you, but I'm
companion
saying
is.
you've told us
How?
in private
How?
you hate Cars and you hate that your son watches it. So when I hear the word hate, you learn how to avoid those kinds of things that you hate. So you know your enemies. That's how I view
Not
it.
necessarily.
So
Not
Matir,
necessarily. You
That
know,
don't-
no,
That doesn't fly, Matir.
No, I would call him Matir for now.
Eh,
So
His name's Mater.
it's
Whatever.
Mater because he's Southern
whatever.
and he's voiced by Larry the Cable Guy.
See,
Oh my God.
but that's equivalent to I guess their mascot.
Matir.
If you actually would look for that.
Matir.
That's-
Other than that, I don't know any other mascots.
Your son is disappointed in you.
The Digimons are all good mascots except for what's her name, The green one. Palmon?
What?
Palmon isn't green.
No, not Patamon. Palmon. The Mimi's Digimon.
Oh, but isn't that what? No, that the Togemon is what it evolves
her.
to,
Evolve to.
or Digivolves to.
Togemon, that's her.
That's the evolution. That's a champion.
Oh no, what's the pre? It's Palmon. It's the
Yeah,
pre.
Yeah,
right.
Palmon. You don't like that one either?
She's annoying.
Why?
She's just annoying.
Is it because of her voice?
The English dub one.
See, that's where you watch.
Hey,
stuff.
Mimi, what's going on? God, kill yourself, please.
Whoa! Hey!
Hey,
That's
it's
crazy.
Digimon. They're digital. Doesn't matter. They're digital monsters. Of
course it matters.
Let's clear cache. Oh, she's gone.
Why do you think they went to the Digiworld to rescue them?
They had to rescue the rest. Rather sacrifice one, save the many, than sacrifice all for one. I'd sacrifice one. Yeah, get rid of
Horrible.
her.
I still don't like this
Clear
seagull.
cache.
What's the seagull's name in the Little Mermaid?
I don't know.
Gus.
Gus?
Isn't it Gus?
No, that's from Cinderella.
Oh, that's right.
Gus.
Maybe his
What is his
name
name?
is Gus though too. It could be. I mean, I don't know how
Gustavo.
original. I don't know how
Gustavo?
original Disney is with names.
I don't know, but that seagull
the
one
movie?
in the
Scuttle.
Scuttle.
I didn't.
On the live action, are you talking about the live action, or are you talking about the
Nobody cares about the live
I
action.
haven't watched the live action, so I don't.
The live action has
Awkwafina.
Aquafina, which I don't.
I didn't.
I don't like her voice.
I don't think it's. If
I don't hate her. I don't hate.
I
her.
don't. Didn't
The
say I
movie
didn't
was
hate
bad.
her.
The movie was bad.
Her voice.
I did
her-
watch the
One,
movie.
I've never seen the movie, so it's okay. I'm never gonna watch any of the live actions. I haven't watched any of the
dare
live
you.
actions.
Not even
actually.
Lion King.
You did watch a movie. A live action.
No, we
movie.
thought no Lion King. No, don't watch it.
What?
We watched Lion King together.
No, I never watched Lion King.
You didn't go.
Wow, you guys.
I
are
watched it
incorporating me-
once.
You guys are incorporating me,
And
in
I
things
hated-
didn't
I
know,
hated
like,
it.
You've been with me. It's like I never watched these.
I didn't say that.
No, these two. They do that to me all the time.
No, I did watch it and I hated it.
Lion King.
The
action?
the live action one. Yeah, I told you that's.
Yeah, I was disappointed by that. That was the one I was actually like one of the only ones I was actually excited
I
about.
think the only
Everything
thing
else
I
went
saw
downhill
a
after
little
that.
bit of was the end of Beauty and the Beast, but that was it.
I guess
Like, because I was on a flight and then I was like, let's just watch what this is. That's on
that
live
one was
TV.
okay.
I haven't watched the whole scene. I just saw the ending where
Yeah,
like,
Beast was okay.
where
Emma
Beast
Watson
gets
did a really good
stabbed,
job.
and then other
Yeah,
people
I
turn
don't
back
really
to
care about the
themselves.
mascots. Like I don't, whatever. Like if I were, like the closest thing would be Olaf. That's about it. But that's about it.
But you're wrong, so that's okay.
So, nothing else.
And Matir. Don't forget Matir.
Weirdo.
I don't say that I hate him. I was just
Mater.
giving him a point that hey, what would be the equivalent? Just
First of all, it's
clarify that.
Mater. Call him what his real name is.
Matir.
I'm gonna just call you Joe now. That's all.
Call me Jojo.
Fudge, no. I'm calling you
You
Joe.
don't have another Joe in your name.
Yeah, you're just Joe.
JP.
No.
Hey, it's true.
I'm not calling you
I'll
that
call
either.
you Pollo now.
Pocho.
Yeah, Pollo.
But you have to do it with an Argentina accent. Pocho.
Pollo.
Pocho.
Pollo. Okay.
Pocho.
Pocho Cheboludo.
Shut up. Hey, we don't say that here.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. No, we don't do that here.
Fuck you. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty, guys. That is it for us for this episode.
That topic was kind of weak, though, man. I gotta say.
Hey, we talked about it for like 10 minutes.
You have to. Whatever.
It was good, and we found out that you called Mater Matir.
Yeah,
I
that's
say
a
it was
weird
worth
thing.
it.
Clip it.
You've been
Yeah,
here
we can
long
clip
enough
it.
to not mess up the name.
That's
I was
gonna
gonna
be.
say,
That's gonna be on the.
Japanese. It's not even a Japanese name to be like. Let me just add some flair to it. Sasuke.
When we talk about, it, he does
Matir.
say that too. He still says
I know, but he tries.
I know.
No,
Whereas
but
Mater
that's how you
is
say
Mater's
it.
his English. Shut up. Mater's his English name. No.
Correction.
Shut up. Mater is
If
his
you
English
watch,
name. No.
if you watch
She's like,
Cars
my son
in
watched
Spanish,
Cars in Spanish
if you watch
and in
Cars
Japanese, and they
in
call him
Japanese.
Matir.
Well,
I'm gonna look this shit up, and
no,
if it says
I'm not
Mater,
saying that it is. It's just say like for me, I don't even care that I can just.
No,
That's what-
you
that's
say
what
it
I
right.
No.
he says Sasuke, so he clearly doesn't care
Yeah,
about
but
saying
he's
things
trying.
right.
There's a difference. He's. We already said this. He's wannabe. There's a
No.
difference.
Get out of here.
Okay, anyway, we'll
No, I was gonna bring something else before we end it.
okay.
My phone's gonna die. So, by the way, if I lose,
Yeah, whatever. We should talk about the movie that we watch.
What?
Blue Giant. Briefly.
I really wasn't paying attention to it, but at the end, it was cool. Very, very real in a lot of the senses. The music with the jazz was actually really cool. I liked it. Animation was finicky at times, but when they got creative with like the music and like they really played with the animation really well. Like when the guy's playing piano, it's like the art style changes completely. Sometimes it had CGI, which was ass. But like
Well,
when
it would be good
when
to
he's like
know-
pressing,
That's true.
when he's pressing keys, like it turns like a Like, you know when you see like animes where like a comet hits and the colors go crazy all over it?
Yeah.
His fingers are doing that all over it, and it's just really cool. And then the guy's playing the sax, like he's hitting these notes, and then like the beads of sweat are like reflecting off of his sax and shit.
See, it would be good to know
And
what the movie's all
the only thing I
about.
didn't like,
The piano guy?
the piano guy, the
Piano guy?
Mister, I was
Gangnam
gonna say
Style.
it would be good to know of the movie what's all about, because I think Sharky has like
This
no idea
guy
what's going
who
on.
graduated high school wanted to become the best jazz player. So he right after high school he leaves to go to Tokyo, and he
Naturally.
meets a friend who left to from his hometown to Tokyo, and he's kind of bumming off of him, and then that's kind of how the story progresses.
Basically, a guy who wanted to be a jazz musician and like
The
the,
best
struggles
jazz musician.
or like trying to create a group.
He goes to Japan.
No,
No,
He is Japanese.
He's Japanese.
He goes to Tokyo.
He's trying to form a jazz band, and trying to get people and friends all over. Basically, the struggles of the group on how to become.
and it gets
from nothing
real
to really
fast
big.
towards the end. Like you're like oh cool, like things are happening, and bam, you're like oh shit, and you're like this is too much, and then like it's okay, we can overcome, and then they're like, but this is the sad news, and you're like oh shit, you know.
It was
Like,
really
you're a
good.
musician,
No, it's
if you're a musician,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel it like when you see that part. But like a
Exactly.
lot of the first part of the film is kind of like very just mid temperature, like
because
it's
they're
just,
trying to
a
celebrate.
slow burn.
yeah, it's a very slow burn. But once it kicks up, you're kind of like because at the beginning I was just playing on my phone, watching it here and there like a little bit, and then once it started kicking, I was like, okay.
There's some inaccuracies and some the playing, but that's whatever.
Instead of the F sharp key, he played the G key.
No,
He's
he was
like,
no.
"This
That's
is
not even
inaccurate.
that.
It's not a black
but
key.
the
It's a white
drum,
key."
but the drum, like there's a part where they focus on a
He's
drum
doing
solo.
rim shots.
I know, and the drum solo one was really good.
He does a rim shot. He's like, it's not the right. He goes.
No,
from
I did
the
not
side.
say
He didn't play the right key.
He hit. It was a rim shot. I've seen.
no.
it.
There are
That's what
just
he was
some
doing.
part, yeah, but there are
You're
just
right.
some parts that were. I don't know about the saxophone playing because I've never played saxophone, so I don't know.
But like I said, for something people that really like instruments and are into music quite a lot, I think this is a very compelling story.
It is
Very
super long. It's 2 hours long. So
hours.
It's a pretty good movie.
But- and it's a
I really
slow burn.
Like it. Like you, I think you would like it.
All right, I'll give it a chance.
Give it a shot.
yeah,
In a totally legal way to watch it because we don't have an English version or a.
it's coming up next,
full subtitled one.
at the end of the month.
Yeah, if he wants to watch it now, he has to find a totally legal
I
way
don't
to
think
do
he's
it.
not going to pull a David.
Shut up! You just pulled it too.
Hey, at least mine
That's
was
true.
great quality, and it was a good movie.
We don't even know if his was a good quality either. He could
No,
have
he said it was a crappy reality. And for
Oh,
Wish,
why'd you have to say it
Wish,
that way? Now he's gonna.
I didn't say it was a crappy quality. I said it was a crappy movie.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
for
Okay.
Wish. Anyways,
Anyway, thanks so much. Thanks guys for watching. Remember, you can watch this episode on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitch, Chibino Podcast. You can follow us on all our social medias on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Chibino Cop. Oh my gosh, at Chibino Cop. Oh my gosh, at Chibino Podcast. Capital C, capital N. It's a material. It's what got to me. Material.
is this also like playing on the other like Spotify and all that kind of stuff?
Not this one. No, this is just solely on YouTube.
Oh, so our listeners need to actually get into YouTube to watch.
Yep.
It's a hard thing to get into.
Who doesn't watch YouTube?
Only people in
some
China
people
with the
actually just listen to stuff and then watch videos. They like
Yeah, you
they're
can still
working.
listen
Who
to
are
it
these
while
people?
you're working.
Who are these people?
People that don't
Who are these
can't
people?
see people,
Who are
blind
these
people,
people?
blind people.
They can still watch you to hear YouTube.
They have,
Who are these
they have
people?
YouTube Music, which does
Yeah.
play podcasts. So
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know that.
So anyway,
yeah, you wouldn't know.
It's like you're
So-
those people who reads books.
yeah, but watches the show first.
But
I'll keep you posted my other books.
At Chibino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P. Thanks so much, guys. We will see you next time. This is David the Smash Fan.
Mr. Always pirate from Disney.
Japorian materials.
And this is Chibino Podcast.